Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something quick and easy and fun for the summer. That's right, a cornhole game. We're going to make a cornhole game. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. We're going to go 2 feet wide, 4 feet long, 2 pieces of plywood. You can go as thin or thick as you want, depending on how strong you want to make it. And the framing around it I'm going to make out of 2x3s, and we'll use 2 bolts with nylon nuts so that we can tighten it to a certain point and it won't loosen, but leave it loose enough to flip the legs down when you want to play with the game. That's pretty much what it is. Oh, and you need the hole to throw the beanbag through, obviously, which is exactly 6 inches. So I'll draw a 6-inch circle and I'll cut it with my jigsaw, because the 6-inch hole saw, the blade, which is 6 inches, is like $30 or $40 at the store. So I'm like, that, I'll just cut it with a jigsaw. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna cut the 2 sheets of plywood now quick, and then we'll build the frame and see how it goes. Then, you know, paint it however you like, or stain it, or whatever you want to do. This I'm making for somebody for a party, and they need it, I think, for October, but I'm going to do it now so that they can paint it themselves. So we're just going to do it raw and let them design it however they like. All right. If you noticed, I set my jigsaw to the depth that I needed to cut, so I can cut right across my sawhorses. I just about nick them, but I also have 2x4s screwed to the top of them, so I can always change the 2x4. They've been on here for years, so eventually, you know, if I ever cut into them, I'll just change them out. It's out of the way. Okay, so that's the official size of a cornhole game, 2 feet by 4 feet, and I'm going to see what I have now to cut those holes before I put them all together. Okay, so next you mark your 2 6-inch circles. As you can see, I just marked it on both pieces, and what I used was, I have a 6-inch sander, so I use this as my circle on center. So it's 9 inches down, 12 inches from the side, because it's 24. So you want to go center this way, and 9 inches down, mark your center, and then put your circle on center on the 2 pieces, and then cut your holes. So let's cut those holes. Okay, so we're going to drill a hole first so that we can get the jigsaw blade in there. Drill a hole on the edge. Use my jigsaw and cut the circle. There's one. This away. That's it for the jigsaw. Dust off. I made them as round as I could. They look pretty good. I'll sand these edges smooth at the end. But now we'll make the frame of 2x3s all around it, and I'll show you how you make the legs. Okay, so you got to cut 4 pieces at 4 feet long for the 2 sides, right, on each one. So you need 4 of those. So I cut those, as you can see here. Those are cut. And to save money, I'm using some scraps to make the sides. All right, guys, so you got 4 pieces at 4 foot, 4 pieces at 21 inches, because it's 2 feet wide, and compensate for the 2 sides, which would total 3 inches, so you only need 21. And then the legs, to pitch it up at an angle, are 1 foot long each. Now, I didn't buy the 21s and the 12s. This is all scrap wood. So now I'm going to rip it all down to the same size as a 2x3, so that they're all the same. I figured I'd do that to save money, because the price of wood these days is insane. The piece of plywood and these 4 pieces of wood that I just cut out of 2x3s, and 2 bolts to hold the legs on so they can swing in and out, was $88 here in New York. So just that alone is insane. So I don't know how people are doing it, building houses these days, but I'm sure the prices of everything is going up. So yeah, wood is insane. A piece of plywood was $66, and it's thin. I don't even think it's less than a ½ inch. I forget what it was, but it's thin. $66, crazy. And the quality was so bad that I had to pick through it to find something halfway decent. So there you go. All right, so I'm gonna rip this wood down and make it look nice, and maybe I'll run it through the planer. Okay, so there you go. Everything is now all the same width. All ripped. I'll also take these. They're a little, since they're a little bit older, and just clean them up with the planer. Just a quick run through. Make them look a little bit better. It's kind of amazing how nice the wood comes out. Okay, so I cleaned up the wood. It looks pretty good. Now I can use it to assemble. This thing is amazing. If you noticed, lots of chips on the floor. Because if I use my vacuum at the same time, I blow a fuse. So, actually what I should have done was leave the vacuum on it unhooked so it would just at least go into the hose next time. Next time, that's what we do. Okay, so I clamped the frame together, and I'm going to cross drill, pre-drill. I'm going to pre-drill the holes and then screw it together. So I just clamped it together just so that it won't move around. Take this one out of the way, and then we'll do the other one. Pre-drill. Okay. Get the screws. We're done with the clamps. Now these will be the legs, and we're going to want them to spin. Sit right in the corner. In order to do that, you have to round this end off. So what I'll do is I'll cut two 45s in it to see if it'll clear. Okay, since I never made these before, I'm going to clamp this together where the leg's supposed to be. I will drill through, put my nut and bolt through there, and then see what I need to make them spin, because I'm not really sure about that. I think it's going to need to be cut more. And since I never did it before, we'll play around. We'll get it going. Okay, so you're going to need 4 sets like this. I believe these are 5/16, 3.5, with some nice big washers and a lock nut. So get 4 sets like this. So 1 for each leg. Alright, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so 5/16 like I said. I drilled the 5/16 hole with the washer. You want the leg to lay in there sideways with it. So in there, there we go. The washer and the lock nut on the inside. And I'll tighten it up a little bit more, but it looks like it's got plenty of room. There you go. Worked out perfect. I'll cut this one as well. Drill. Right, this one looks like it's going to hit a little bit. I gotta cut more. Okay, then just bolt them in. Make sure you have a lock washer. I mean a nylon nut, so that way it doesn't back out later. The nylon nut will keep it tight. That's the way you want it. Just get it snug enough where you can open it. This one already tightened. There you go. Repeat that on the other one, and then you put your tops on. And also, it should go without saying, but make sure that your hole, your 6-inch hole, is on the side with the legs. because otherwise you're gonna have the wrong angle. Let's see. Okay, so there you have it. Quick, easy cornhole. I just gotta basically, I'm gonna glue on that top and then put a couple of little brad nails with my air nail, just so you don't see screw heads on top. You can see the legs with the bolt right there. 12 inches gives you the perfect angle. And then you just gotta paint them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue it, finish up both of them, and I'll let you see what they look like finished. Alright guys, that's it. That's them completed, just need to be painted. I said they're 48 inch by 24 inch with a 6 inch hole, which is 12 inches on center, 9 inches down off the top. 12 inch leg, 3.5 inch bolts with large washers and nylock nuts so they don't back out. That way you can swivel those legs and not have to worry about them coming off. And there it is. Very, very strong. Strong enough to walk on. Just need a couple of bean bags and you got yourself a cornhole game. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.